Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishnan, and basically this is 43rd part basically of the Formula Award basically, and here basically till 42 part we have discussed lots of things basically of the Formula Award basically. Still now basically in 43rd part basically still now we have not started the Formula Award basically for sorry Formula calculation basically, which is basically of the project management plan group which they have done, and they have prepared the project management plan and the project formula project SDLC, entire SDLC they have prepared the project management formula plan formulas basically, and according to the formulas they have created the attributes, sorry, according to the attributes basically they have created set of parameters, and this attribute has basically created basically on the set of certain algorithm basically, that is basically set of sectors basically algorithm basically, that is iron sector, copper sector, the plastic sector, steel sector, water sector, food sector, and there was a diamond sector, gold sector. Like this, basically, each and every sectors have created their own algorithm, and according to their algorithm, basically, we have created our own algorithm. That is basically formulas, and basically that are basically set of attributes. So basically, whatever expenses, profit and loss, each and every things basically has happened. That has basically we have taken in the form we have taken in the formulas, and in formula basically we have taken set of attributes, so set of that attributes we have created. So basically on the base of this all data basically, if basically one person says that what actual cost contain, basically if anybody asked any accounts department tool, sorry, any software company owner asked basically to one accounts department of the entire project management plan group who has created that per group basically, that what basically actual cost contain basically, then basically he's supposed to give the answer basically, that is basically each and every industry basically they have passed, each and every sector, that is iron, steel, plastic, copper, diamond, so this each and every industry which is basically whatever the algorithm they have passed, according to the algorithm which they have passed we have done some certain conclusion, and according to the certain conclusion, that is basically set of data, according to that data basically we have created lots of things basically. So according to that, basically we have created each and every algorithm, and according to that algorithm, we have created the set of basically set of groups, set of things basically we have created. So that basically which we have created, that is basically the algorithm basically you can say. So that basically is the algorithm basically that is created. So basically the answer basically can be like given like this basically, that the each and every attributes which is created. For example, actual cost we are talking. So the actual cost basically contains this all these things basically. You can say that is basically set of algorithms basically. You can say the algorithm basically is created on the set of base of certain data basically. You can say so like this basically each and every things basically refers. So like this basically that from that actual cost basically the accounts department which has that is basically project management account department, that they basically have passed with this all data, and this basically data by default basically they might be having basically, they have the data of 1,000 cities basically which is created, because if they don't have the 1,000 cities data, entire data, then basically how they have created the project management plan, that is the question basically which is going to be asked by the software companies basically. Software company like TCS owner basically might be asking, Capgemini owner might be asking, Patani owner might be asking, even the basically the political group might be asking basically, that is basically NCP might be asking, Congress might be asking, BJP might be asking the project management group basically who have created the project management. Then basically if you are not taken text box equal to 1,000 cities, then basically how you created the project management, each and every formulas basically you can say, each and every attributes how you have created, on the base of what basically you have created the each and every formulas and each and every attributes basically. So basically this like this basically the mostly basically they might have taken basically, otherwise because this project management plan certification is also approved by the government, that also US government basically, not the Indian government basically. So US government has approved this the project management plan certification also. So like this basically you can say that project management plan is approved by the US government, and US government means what basically, you can say just, you can just think basically up to what level US government power is. So US government had know basically each and everything basically that is basically secret of that their group basically, they are telling that that is secret of our thing basically, we can't discuss the thing basically. For that secret to know that secret basically Microsoft corporation has created Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, lots of application they have created. but still basically the communication between government and the Microsoft corporation is ongoing. They are telling that we want the text box information. Basically, we just want for that. Basically, by chance, basically, we have 20 crore, 20, 30 crore users. Basically, this basically comes. This problem is going to come to PHP also, Python, Python also. Basically, each and every field, basically, they are going to create the that they might get the problem. Basically, this will not never happen. But basically, you should know that is better. Basically, so basically, like this, basically, it might possible that 30 crore basically users which Microsoft Corporation is having, and in 30 crore basically each user basically having how many websites basically. You can just imagine basically. So it's more than 500 crore text box basically you can say, which is displayed in the websites basically. So basically, 500 crore text box if get disappear in just within a few minutes basically, few seconds basically, then basically you can just imagine basically the loss of the Microsoft corporation is going to happen. And then if Microsoft corporation will get the loss, then basically you can't imagine what is going to happen basically. So basically like this, basically the corporation, Microsoft corporation is telling that we want the data. If we get the data, then basically at least we will be basically prepare according to that basically. If you are not giving the data, then basically that's your secret basically. You told that that is basically our secret, but we want the guarantee, we want the assurance that basically that the 500 crore text box which is getting display in the web browser, that is not going to disappear. For that that type of return letter basically you want from the government. And government, you can take the letter from the satellites group basically, who are helping you. So like this basically the return letter basically has to give to the each and every base software company. So the Microsoft corporation has asked the return letter. This is basically just a user story I have taken. I have taken few examples of basically how up to what level the things, up to what level the sales is going to be. Up to one person has asked actually what is sales. This thing which I am discussing, that is the most bad sales basically you can say. When mostly this is going to happen one day. I mark my words. This is 100% going to happen one day. So basically, that's why basically Microsoft Corporation is telling that to give the thousand cities information basically. So one day this is 100% going to happen. So basically, here basically we are talking about the cyber security cell basically, and cyber security cells group says that we have created the each and every things basically according to the algorithm which is given by the each and every sectors. And then basically, if it is software sectors, then basically this thousand cities data basically we have already got basically. So that is basically through government only we got basically, but we there also basically we have not got the few entire information basically, but we have created the cyber security data basically. Without basically city information, how the entire cyber security groups cyber data is also created, that is also basically just challenging basically. So basically like this cyber self security groups and government groups basically both are basically mostly are differ basically, they never basically comes in together basically. But both are basically government industry also only. And few people says that we have created our own private industry also basically, because all things basically we can't do. So like this basically each and every industry has created their own algorithm, and according to the algorithm, the cyber industry cyber cell basically group says that we have created our own cyber security data and cyber security algorithm data equals to whatever thing basically. Algorithm name basically we can give as a data basically you can say. So like this basically each and every things are created according to the algorithm which is created by the each and a different sector. And different sector says that we have created the algorithm according to on the base of the algorithm which is passed by the different sectors basically. So cyber security cell group says that we have created our own algorithm, and according to the algorithm which is given by the different sector, that contains the software industry also. Software industry equal to, we say that thousand cities creation has happened. Like this basically you can say each and every controls basically, that is only software industry. And there basically banking sector says that we have invested the data of like this one mutual data fund example also I have taken. Basically how basically they takes the mutual fund amount from the public basically, that 1 lakh crore data has 1 lakh crore investment has taken by the banking industry, and they have told that we have invested your data into the combo industry, that is basically combo works, and which is going to generate the oil and petrol basically. So just to see basically each and everything is basically how it is connected basically. So basically we are stopping it. This is basically 43 number part, and in 44th number basically we are going to discuss little bit more about the cyber security cell and cyber industry, cyber high courts, cyber supreme courts, and then basically software industry, how software industry is giving the data to the cyber cell, and how each and every sectors have given the data to the cyber cell, because this is, everything is already happened. So in next part basically we are going to see a little bit more about the Formula Word and the cyber security group.